Hey there, welcome back. We're heading into October, and this month is shaping up to be one of the biggest turning points Social Security has seen in years. If you're receiving benefits like retirement, disability, SSDI, survivors, spousal, or SSI, or if you're on a lower fixed income or even a VA beneficiary, these updates could affect you directly. Not only do we have your October payment dates to cover, but starting this month, the way benefits are delivered has officially changed. Paper checks are now a thing of the past, and millions of people are adjusting to direct deposit or prepaid debit cards. On top of that, there are new debates heating up in Washington over the long-term future of Social Security, and the first projections for the 2026 cost of living adjustment are already making headlines. October is shaping up to be a month you really don't want to miss. Before we get into the details, let me ask you something. If you had to describe Social Security in just one word, what would it be? Security, lifeline, stress, stability, maybe even frustration? Drop your word in the comments below. And if you find these updates helpful, don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you'll always be in the loop. Let's start with the October 2025 payment schedule, since that's what most people are here for. If you're receiving SSI, your first October payment arrives on Wednesday, October 1st. And because November 1st lands on a Saturday this year, SSI recipients will also see a second payment on Friday, October 31st. That October 31st deposit is technically November's check arriving early, so don't mistake it for extra money. It's just meant to keep you from waiting through the weekend. For anyone who started receiving Social Security before May 1997, or if you get both SSI and Social Security, your regular monthly payment will land on Friday, October 3rd. For everyone else, the date depends on your birthday. If your birthday falls between the 1st and the 10th, you'll get paid on Wednesday, October 8th. If it's between the 11th and the 20th, expect your payment on Wednesday, October 15th. And if your birthday is between the 21st and the 31st, you'll see it on Wednesday, October 22nd. So this month, there are 6 payout days altogether: October 1st, 3rd, 8th, 15th, 22nd, and 31st. It's always a good idea to mark your date on a calendar, so you're not left wondering when the money will arrive. Now let's talk about the big shift that began as September ended. As of September 30th, paper checks have been phased out completely. Starting this month, every Social Security benefit is delivered electronically, either through direct deposit or the Direct Express debit card. Officials say electronic payments are faster, safer, and save the government millions of dollars each year. Plus, there's less risk of checks getting lost or stolen. But for some people, especially those in rural areas or those who aren't used to online banking, this change hasn't been easy. The Social Security Administration has said there are rare exceptions for the most vulnerable, but the process isn't always simple. If you or someone you know is still struggling, you can call the SSA or visit a local office for help. Another issue on people's minds is overpayments. Earlier this year, there was controversy over how much the SSA can withhold from monthly benefits if they say you were overpaid. After a lot of pushback, the amount was capped at 50% instead of 100%. That's still a big chunk if you're relying on your check to cover rent, groceries, and healthcare. Many of these overpayments come from delays or mistakes at the SSA, not from anything you did wrong. If you get a letter about an overpayment, don't ignore it. You can appeal, request a waiver, or work out a repayment plan. Acting quickly gives you the best chance to protect your benefits. Zooming out to the bigger picture, the 2025 Trustees Report says the Social Security Trust funds could run out in 2034. That doesn't mean Social Security disappears, but it does mean incoming taxes would only cover about 76% of promised benefits, unless Congress acts. Officials say they're focused on improving efficiency and preventing fraud, and there's talk about raising or even eliminating the cap on taxable wages. Critics say those steps may not be enough, so there's still a lot of work ahead to keep the system strong. There have been some positives this year. The Social Security Fairness Act finally repealed the windfall elimination provision and the government pension offset. That's already increased checks for retired teachers, police officers, firefighters, and other public workers. Many have even received retroactive payments going back to 2024, with some households gaining over $1,000 a month. For people who felt penalized for years, that's a huge relief. And there's a new tax break for seniors starting with 2025 returns. Individuals 65 and older can deduct up to $6,000 or $12,000 for married couples, which means many retirees will owe less tax on their benefits. And then there's the COLA, the cost of living adjustment. Early estimates for 2026 put it around 2.7 to 2.8%. For the average retiree, that's about $54 more per month. It's a modest increase, and while it doesn't fully match rising prices for healthcare or housing, every little bit helps. We'll know the official number soon, but it's good to see a bump on the horizon. One other thing people are watching is the retirement age. The gradual increase that's already built into the system is still moving forward. For people born in 1959, the full retirement age is now 66 years and 10 months. Starting in January 2026, it reaches 67 for anyone born in 1960 or later. There was some buzz recently when a Social Security official mentioned the possibility of raising the age even higher in the future. They later clarified that current retirees and near retirees wouldn't be affected, but it left the door open for changes down the road. Some argue raising the age would hit blue-collar workers the hardest, while others believe it may be necessary to keep the program solvent. For now, nothing new is planned, but it's something to keep an eye on. So, what does all this mean for you right now? First, double-check your October payment date, whether that's the 1st, 3rd, 8th, 15th, 22nd, or 31st, so you know exactly when to expect your money. Second, if you are still using paper checks, remember electronic payments are now the only standard option, unless you qualify for an exemption. And third, stay alert to the bigger debates happening in Washington, because the choices made there will shape Social Security for years to come. If this video gave you clarity or peace of mind, give it a thumbs up so more people can find it, and subscribe so you never miss an update. The next few months are going to be important, and I'll be right here walking through every change with you.